Have you ever felt overwhelmed by uncertainty? Maybe it's deciding whether to take a leap toward a new opportunity, facing an unexpected challenge at work or home, or just trying to navigate the twists and turns of everyday life. It can feel like standing in the middle of a storm, unable to see the path forward. The weight of what ifs and unanswered questions can make it almost impossible to find peace. But what if I told you there's a way to find calm in the middle of it all? Not by forcing answers or escaping the storm, but by learning to connect with your inner stillness, the part of you that knows how to weather any storm and come out stronger on the other side. In this video, we're going to explore the nature of uncertainty and why it feels so overwhelming. More importantly, we'll uncover practical tools like mindful awareness and reframing techniques that can help you shift from being consumed by emotions to connecting with your inner calm, that steady place within you that remains untouched by the chaos around you. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand why uncertainty feels so overwhelming, but you'll also gain actionable insights to embrace it, transform your perspective, and discover the clarity and confidence you've been searching for. So, let's begin this journey together, because what lies on the other side of uncertainty isn't just calmness. It's a more empowered, resilient, and connected version of yourself. Have you ever stopped to think about why emotions like fear and uncertainty feel so intense? It's because they're part of what makes us human. They're not flaws or weaknesses, they're signals, reminders that we're alive and experiencing the world around us. Our ancestors relied on these emotions to navigate the unknown, to survive and grow, and today they remain deeply woven into our experience. But why does uncertainty sometimes feel so overwhelming, as if it takes over everything? It's because it pulls our attention outward. It drags us away from the quiet stillness within us and focuses our energy on what we can't control, on the what ifs and the unknowns swirling around us. Here's a way to think about it. Imagine your emotions as waves in an ocean. Some days the water is calm and peaceful. Other days, the waves are towering and fierce, crashing into each other with no clear direction. But here's the thing, the ocean beneath those waves, it's always steady, always vast, always present. No matter how rough the surface gets, the depths remain untouched. This understanding can help us navigate uncertainty with less resistance. Just like the ocean, when you stop fighting the waves and start observing them, something extraordinary happens. You shift your energy away from resistance and into awareness. And in that awareness, the waves lose their power over you. And here's something fascinating. The harder we push against the waves, the stronger they seem to get. Have you noticed this? When we resist uncertainty, when we try to control or outrun it, it seems to grow louder, demanding even more of our focus. But what happens when you stop fighting and allow yourself to simply observe the waves? When you lean in instead of pulling away, you tap into something extraordinary, the steady calmness that's been within you all along. Realizing this is a game changer. It's not about avoiding the waves or pretending they don't exist. It's about realizing that you are more than the waves. You are the entire ocean. And that stillness within you is far more powerful than any temporary storm above. Let's talk about awareness, the key to finding calmness in the face of uncertainty. When emotions like fear or doubt show up, they can feel all-consuming, as though they've taken over every part of you. But what if I told you there's a part of you that's untouched by these emotions? A part that simply observes without getting swept away? This part of you is your awareness. And awareness isn't something you have to create, it's already here. It's the steady, unchanging backdrop to everything you experience. It's like the sky. No matter how many clouds, whether stormy or calm, pass through, the sky remains vast, open, and unaffected. Picture this. A storm rolls across the sky. At first, the thunder and lightning seem all-encompassing. But as the storm passes, you notice the sky behind it, unchanged and expansive. That's what awareness feels like. It's always there, patiently waiting for you to notice it. And here's the transformative part. Awareness doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing emotions. Instead, it invites you to observe them without judgment. Like waves crashing on the shore, you can watch emotions rise and fall without being pulled in. This simple act of observing creates space to breathe, reflect, and respond rather than react. The next time you feel overwhelmed, try this. Pause and bring your attention to your breath. Just notice it, how it feels as it moves in and out. This small act of awareness shifts your focus from the chaos outside to the stillness within. And with practice, this awareness becomes your anchor, helping you navigate uncertainty with clarity and calm. Awareness isn't about escaping life's challenges, it's about meeting them with a steady presence. And when you realize this, you unlock something profound, the ability to embrace uncertainty while staying grounded in your inner peace. Now that we've uncovered the power of awareness as the steady backdrop to life's challenges, let's take it one step further with a powerful inner practice, self-inquiry. This simple yet profound process helps you move beyond the grip of uncertainty by gently shifting your focus from the emotions you're feeling to the one observing them. It begins with two simple questions. Who is feeling this uncertainty? Who is aware of it? At first, these questions might seem abstract or even puzzling, but that's their beauty. They're designed to guide your attention inward. Let me share a personal story to show you how transformative this practice can be. Not long ago, I found myself overwhelmed by a decision I couldn't seem to make. The more I thought about it, the heavier the uncertainty felt. But then I paused and asked myself, who is feeling this uncertainty? Immediately, I noticed something within me, a part of me simply observing this feeling. That realization alone brought a sense of distance and clarity. I wasn't the uncertainty, I was the one aware of it. And in that space, the storm began to calm. Now, I'd like to invite you to try this exercise for yourself. Take a moment and think about something in your life that feels uncertain right now. It could be a decision you're struggling with, a relationship, or even a sense of unease about the future. Bring that situation to mind and pause the video. As you hold this uncertainty in your awareness, gently ask yourself, who is feeling this uncertainty? Who is aware of it? There's no need to force an answer. Simply let the question settle and notice what comes up. Take your time with it and see how it feels to approach uncertainty from this perspective. You might notice that even asking these questions creates a subtle shift, a space where you feel less attached to the uncertainty itself. Over time, as you return to this practice, you'll discover how it strengthens your ability to stay grounded and calm, no matter what's happening around you. Self-inquiry isn't about eliminating uncertainty or emotions. It's about recognizing that they don't define you. They're just passing waves in the vast ocean of your awareness. And the more you anchor into this understanding, the more empowered and at peace you'll feel when life brings its challenges. As you begin to embrace calmness amidst uncertainty, you might notice something surprising. It feels a little unnatural, and that's completely okay. We've been conditioned, often from an early age, to react to the unknown, to solve it, to fight it. So when you find yourself in this calm, steady space, it might feel unfamiliar, even uncomfortable at first. But calmness is a choice, a powerful one. It's not about ignoring the chaos or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about meeting it with presence rather than resistance. As the saying goes, calm is not the absence of chaos. It's the ability to remain steady in its presence. Take a moment to reflect. What would it feel like to choose calmness over reaction? To step into a space where your calmness isn't dependent on what's happening around you, but comes from within. Can you imagine how empowering that would be? The truth is, calmness isn't something you need to earn or create. It's already within you, waiting to be trusted. And like any skill, the more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. Start small. For example, the next time you face a minor inconvenience, like a delay or a miscommunication, pause, take a breath, and remind yourself that you have the choice to remain calm. Notice how this small shift changes the way you feel and respond. Over time, you'll find that even bigger challenges can be met with the same sense of steadiness. Uncertainty will always be a part of life, but the way you meet it can transform everything. Trust in your calmness even when it feels foreign, because over time, it will become your most natural and empowering way of being. Uncertainty has a way of pulling us into what feels like an endless rabbit hole of doubt. You know the feeling, one question leads to another, and before you know it, you're spiraling in endless what-ifs that drain your energy and peace of mind. But here's the thing, doubt can only take hold when we give it our attention. The moment we anchor ourselves in awareness instead, something powerful happens. Awareness doesn't resist doubt, it simply observes it. And in that observation, doubt begins to lose its grip. Here's an insight to reflect on. When we trust awareness, we stop feeding the doubt and it naturally fades. It's like stepping out of a shadow into the sunlight. Suddenly the darkness loses its power. Imagine this. You're standing in a dimly lit room, struggling to see clearly. Then someone opens a window and sunlight floods in. You don't need to fight the darkness. The light itself does all the work. In the same way, awareness doesn't demand answers. It simply accepts what is. And in doing so, it dissolves the grip of doubt. Staying anchored in awareness transforms uncertainty from something overwhelming into an opportunity for growth. It's a space where we stop looking for answers outside of ourselves and begin to realize the clarity we seek is already within us. Every moment of doubt is a chance to practice this shift. The next time you feel yourself spiraling, pause. Take a breath. And ask yourself, what happens when I simply observe this doubt instead of engaging with it? Can I allow it to just be without judgment or resistance? You might be surprised at the peace that follows and how the path forward begins to reveal itself effortlessly. Our bodies are incredible at reacting to the world around us. Fear, uncertainty, tension, these are natural responses designed to protect us. But here's the key. These reactions belong to the body, not the deeper self. It's easy to confuse the two, to think that because we feel fear or uncertainty, we are fearful or uncertain. But the truth is, while the body experiences these emotions, there's a part of you, the true self, that remains untouched. This part of you simply observes, steady and unchanging, no matter what's happening around you. In those moments when fear or uncertainty takes hold, here's a grounding practice to try. Place your hand on your chest, take a deep breath, and gently remind yourself, I am not my emotions. I am the awareness observing them. Did you know that this simple act of placing a hand on your chest can also calm your nervous system? It signals safety to your body, helping it shift from a reactive state to one of rest and presence. It's a way of telling yourself, I'm here and I'm okay. This simple practice reconnects you to your deeper self, the calm, steady presence that sees the body's reactions for what they are, temporary experiences, not definitions of who you are. Observing these emotions without identifying with them also strengthens your emotional resilience. Over time, you'll notice how much more ease and steadiness you bring to situations that once felt overwhelming. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to differentiate between the body's reactions and your true self. And in that awareness, you'll find a profound sense of freedom, clarity, and peace. One of the most powerful things I've learned is how much growth and healing can come from reflection and sharing. For me, creating content like this has been a way to take my own uncertainties, my challenges, and transform them into something meaningful, not just for me, but for others. Reflection allows us to see our uncertainties in a new light, not as obstacles, but as opportunities for self-discovery and growth. When we take the time to sit with our experiences and share them, we not only heal ourselves, but create a ripple effect, offering others the chance to heal and grow as well. Let me share an example. I remember hearing someone talk about how they overcame a deeply personal struggle. And what stuck with me wasn't just their success, it was their vulnerability. Their willingness to share what they went through gave me the courage to reflect on my own challenges and to see them as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. That simple act of sharing lit a spark in me to do the same for others. And that's the ripple effect. One story inspiring another, creating a wave of transformation. I'd love for you to think about this. What have you learned from your own uncertainties? How have those experiences shaped you or helped you grow? Feel free to share your reflections or breakthroughs in the comments below. Not only does this create a space for connection, but it might just inspire someone else on their journey. When we share our stories, we remind ourselves and others that we're not alone. Together, we can turn uncertainty into a powerful force for transformation. And if you feel drawn to reflect more deeply, consider journaling your thoughts or speaking with someone you trust. Both practices can uncover insights you might not have noticed before. Every story has the power to heal, not just for the person who shares it, but for everyone it touches. And that in itself is a beautiful way to transform and grow. As we come to the end of this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered together. Emotions like fear and uncertainty are natural. They're part of the human experience. But through awareness, we can find a gateway to calmness, a stillness that anchors us amidst the chaos. And when we engage in self-inquiry, we can transform uncertainty from something we fear into something that empowers us to grow. Remember, uncertainty isn't your enemy. It's an invitation, a call to look within and discover the strength, clarity, and resilience that have always been there. Each moment of uncertainty is an opportunity to connect with the truth of who you are, beyond the surface of emotions and doubt. So, the next time uncertainty knocks on your door, ask yourself, what new strength or insight might I discover through this experience? Reflect on what resonates most for you. Whether it's observing your emotions with compassion, grounding yourself in the moment, or sharing your reflections to create connection and healing. Whatever it is, take one small step today to integrate this awareness into your life. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. I hope you found value in this message and feel inspired to embrace uncertainty in a whole new way. And as always, thank you for being amazing. Until next time, stay empowered.